Alright guys, El Miguel here again. We're camped out at a campground called High Country Haven Campground in Franklin, North Carolina. Franklin's in the zone for the eclipse, a total eclipse zone, fairly close to the middle of it. Maybe not exact, but it ain't far off. There's people starting to pull in. It's Sunday afternoon, and shoot down there, and you can see there's a lady putting a tent up down there, and there's also some people here that are permanent. Down behind us is one guy that's lives here, and this is his dad's place right here, and that's a cabin, and that one is a permanent, also a permanent trailer, and that's a house up at the top of the hill. Absolutely beautiful. A little place for your kids to play, and there's a cabin right there and a little opening, and there's other people up on the other side of this road going up down across the hill. There's a bunch of tent campers that are over there. Not really, starting to get some people in here, but not filling up for sure. But I just wanted to shoot a video, show you where we're at and our little setup out here. We've got a 30 amp plug-in to run the AC, because it's there was a heat advisory here for a couple days. It's been up in the 90s. It's pretty cool today though, actually. Probably wouldn't even need it, but hey, we're certainly paying for it, that's for sure. Way too much, but you know, the eclipse is making the prices jump up. We had a little problem with our water situation. You can see on the ground right there, the kind of muddy. It's dried up some now, but the water line's broken underground, and when you turn it on, it bubbles up out of the ground. And up here, we identified it, but they decided they were going to wait till Monday to do that. We've got tanks so we can use them to put some water in, but we're connected up. At the back, you can see the lines going in. We've been doing some repacking some stuff, strategically packing things a different way than what we had them coming here. And I've got to go in, and the only casualty of the drive up, and I say up because it's way up, we had a bolt vibrate loose on one of the hangers for the exhaust system that was put on. So I stopped at the local hardware store and got a couple bolts, and I'm gonna roll up underneath there in a little bit and fix that. But short of that, I'll tell you, it really taxed the bus. It put it right to its limits of what it could do, for sure. As far as climbing hills, it's amazing how much elevation change it gets up here. The roads are really small. We're up in the mountains. This place is known for gemstones and things like that. They're mining gemstones out of the ground and all, so you can imagine it's up in the air pretty good. And campsites are pretty level. We had to put one thing up underneath the wheel, piece of wood, to get us level. We're almost perfectly level with that. And the bus is great for that because it kind of lends itself. The chassis on it's so stiff that if you just pick one wheel up a little bit, it really levels the rest of it. We kind of backed in a little farther and put our stuff out front, which that worked out pretty good. And this is Sunday, the day before the eclipse. We've been here since Friday. and went into town once and got some groceries and putted around a little bit. Lots of traffic, people coming in to see the eclipse, because this is one of the places you can come and it's easy. And I'll tell you, all the campgrounds, when we looked, they were completely sold out. We just happened to come across this lady, Sharon, called her, and she called us back, and we got a site here. She doesn't rent out. She usually does long term and doesn't use the rest of the campground, but this, she's using it. But just because it was a good demand, it was worth some money to her to do it, so we came in and did that. Not happy about how much money it cost, but hey, you know, we're here. No reservation, no nothing, and every other campground in the area has been booked for at least, booked solid, for at least 8 months, and some of them up to 2 years. So you can imagine, you know, being able to get some place to stop and have a hookup. And we've noticed there's some places around we could have stayed, but we weren't willing to take the chance. We wanted to go ahead and enjoy ourselves on our first outing, so we decided, you know, hey, some hookups for AC and water would be great. So that's what we did. Very happy with that decision. Not happy with the water situation bubbling up out the ground, but hey, just makes a mess, no big deal. But anyway, so that's our setup. Tried feeding the birds out here, but we haven't had any takers on that. There's a little pile of bird seed over there put out. Anyway, doing some maintenance on scooting some stuff around, but other than that, pretty good little trip. Alright, El Miguel out.